Hello, hello. Welcome back. You are with Dr. Love, Dr. Pamela Smith. Thank you for joining me as we continue talking all day, every day about love and relationships. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being a part. So let's go right into this. This talk is about, I'm in chapter 6 and I'm on the reality in the sky. And I'm going to be talking about different things that happen within relationships, different situations that happen in relationships based on my book. Now, if you're reading the book, thank you. Thank you. I really truly appreciate it, and that you got an insight on what I'm talking about. In this particular part, this now that I'm into is, I talked about it was a third party involved in the beginning of Reality in the Sky. When I ran into Michael on a flight, and that was a third party. Now, this talk is about what happens when someone disrespects you and you believe that this is the mate that you had a relationship with. And I understand, you guys know I talk about being single. We were single. He didn't owe me anything, but we were in a relationship, and it should be a form of respect. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm going to talk about. Now, what happens when someone disrespects you? And the disrespect, and here's what I mean. How are they disrespecting you? The disrespect is on the basis of a lie. Okay? So make sure when you get in this book, you'll see what I'm talking about, okay? And I'll make sure it's in the link in the description so that you can instantly download it or buy it, whichever one you want to do. But in the book, the disrespect comes based on a lie. Now, here's what happened, and here's why I'm saying one is based on a lie. I'm gonna give you other reasons too. Michael had just talked to me the night before he got on this flight. The night before he got on this flight, he had told me that he loved me, that he would always love me. And I knew something about that conversation wasn't right. Now, that was in the previous chapter. And I knew something wasn't right, but I just couldn't put my finger on it. Now, I have a gift, guys, and I'm going to talk about that on another talk about being the chosen one and having psychic gifts and have insights. Various people have that, and I'm one. And I feel that I will make sure I start using it because I want to help as many people as possible understanding. And this is why I talk about relationships, because I can better understand how to help people with their relationship based on the gift God has given me. And I experience more than you can ever imagine. Most people think that I don't. Think love is easy for me, and it's harder for me. Because most people think it's easy, and that's why it's harder for me. And what do you mean, love doctor? Well, I get the hit on the women's side, and I get the hit on the men's side. The women think it's easier for me to meet men, and they will have more of an interest in me, and so I have more of an opportunity. And that's not true, because the men believe I'm already with someone or in a relationship, so they don't talk to me. So it's harder for me. And I think men, because they believe it's easier for me, they feel that I'll survive. And of course I'm going to survive. But it's easier for them, in a sense, to lie to me or to disrespect me, because they feel that it's easier for me to get someone else, or it's easier for me to get over and go through it because I'll get someone else. You see? And this happens a lot, ladies. I want you to understand this. And men, understand what you're doing. Ladies, yes, it seems like beautiful women, and I'm being humble, saying this in a humble way. You think it's easy. If you're beautiful and sexy and, carry yourself well and nice body. It is, I understand it's harder. And everybody around you think it's easy. It's not. So when we choose to be with someone else and lie about it, you're disrespecting the relationship and you're disrespecting the person. Relationships are supposed to be about mutual respect, and you're hoping that the person that you're involved with don't do anything to harm you in such a way when it comes to intimacy or your emotions. But it can happen. And this is why I talk about things to help you in your relationship to get through the things that we experience as men and women. Because relationships, they're not hard, they're actually simple. But our belief of what we think about them was what makes them hard, My thing when it's disrespect, again, I say it's love. When you lie, when you use the word love, freely, and you use it as though you're trying to save whatever issue you have, or how you feel emotionally about someone when you really don't. It's just to seek to get what you want. You're deciding to treat that person in such a way that is a form of disrespect. And I'm showing you the ways of disrespect, because a lot of times people think that disrespect is when they cheat. It's not just that. It doesn't have anything to do with just cheating. It has to do with the way the person uses their words within the relationship. And that is saying things to you that they knowingly know that they have other agenda. That's disrespect. The lying is disrespect. The third party is disrespect. Relationships about mutual respect. And if you are interested in being with multiple people or being involved in multiple relationships, why can't you just be single? Why can't you just date? Why can't you be honest about your desires of multiple people and who you want to be with? So that person, you give that person the opportunity to protect themselves and take care of themselves. Why do you make them feel that they're the only one that you're desiring and the only one that you want, that you allow them to give the full emotions of their love and their heart to you? It's disrespect. So here's my thing about what happened to me in chapter 6 with the reality in the sky, is that with Michael, he felt that he told me how he felt was telling the truth of his feelings, but yet he didn't tell me that he was making a change in his life with someone else. And that is disrespectful, because you gave me one side of your love for me or how you felt for me, but you didn't give me the true side of what you was going to do, because now you finna hurt me. You see? So here's my thing about disrespect. Can you truly prevent being disrespected? You can only prevent being disrespected when you know who you are and what you willing not to accept. Can you prevent being disrespected? No. Because if a person's gonna lie, they're gonna lie. You may recognize it's a lie, but you may not. Because I didn't know that he was lying. God put me in the position of his lie. You understand? And I'll explain that. He put me in front of him to show that he had just lied about his love for me. But I didn't know that God was trying to teach him a lesson. I thought he was trying to teach me a lesson. And it was actually, he was trying to teach Michael. And I'll explain that about situations when it comes to when you ever have this deja vu of a situation. Where is that coming from? And a lot of times, God trying to show you something. You understand? So I just wanted to quickly talk about what happens when you're disrespected by your mate, and the choice that you have to make within that. You have to know what you're going to allow people to do and not do to you, but you can only prevent what you know that you can allow and not allow. But when someone lied to you, it's done. They've already disrespected you. You have to know that when that disrespect exists, you have to move on, because that person doesn't have real true love for you, or they don't even know truly how to love themselves yet. And they're trying to understand about it themselves. And you're trying to help them is not going to work. You got me? So I just hope that what I wanted you to give you that information. The talk about the reality in the sky and how I was disrespected by Michael based on his words. Okay? So I hope that will help you understand about disrespect and how the simple ways of disrespect that exist. Okay? So thank you for being a part. Make sure you, again, go to the link in the description below. Get the book. If you need help with any relationships, if you're dealing with any type of issue, be it depression, loneliness, or just want to talk, I do have a link where you can do a one-on-one talk with me, and I will help you with any relationship issues. Also, I'm going to be going live, so make sure you stay apart. I'll be coming live back and forth so I can help you, and then you can maybe ask me questions there, and I do my best to answer it then. Okay? So thank you for joining me. You've been with Dr. Pamela Smith, Love Doctor. Remember, love is only delayed if that's what you're seeking. But if you enjoy being single, be single. Be single, and then just enjoy being happy and at peace. If you're in a relationship, make sure, again, it's about peace and happiness.